The whole world is shocked by a terror attack in New Zealand this morning. I'm joined with Imam of Peace, Imam ImamTawhidi from Australia. Imam of Peace, what is your take on this horrible terror attack?
Greetings and thank you very much for having me on your show. My opinion is that the terrorist attack took place, firstly, it was acknowledged by the Prime Minister as a terrorist attack because it was a terrorist attack. It was a far right-wing terrorist attack against innocent Muslims worshipping in a mosque that did not deserve to die in such a way.
Do you think that this attack is a result of Islamophobia?
Well, I personally do not believe in Islamophobia. However, I do believe that there are many conspiracies going around promoted by right-wing fanatics that basically says do not accept all Muslims whatsoever. So basically there's a notion that says Muslims who are peaceful like myself and yourself are all equal to ISIS. This isn't Islamophobia. This is misinformation and deliberate spreading of lies, which basically puts all Muslims under threat because regular Australians now believe that people like you and me are out to get them. And this is very wrong. This is not Islamophobia. This is complete lies and fallacies that need to be debated and proven to be wrong.
So you're based in Australia, and as we know now that this terrorist attack was carried by an Australian right-wing racist guy. So what would be the implications on societies such as Australia and New Zealand in context of this horrible attack?
You see, now the Islamic extremists that have been thriving off of the victim card, they play the victim status. Now this extremist has given them the perfect gift of all time. Now they have many options. And I would hate to see them retaliate, but we know the mentality of the extremists. They can retaliate, or they can, now we have corrupt politicians that will use this against the moderate Muslims and also against the regular Australians who are completely innocent. Now this can be used as ammunition politically, socially, even through a religious basis against innocent people. Now Australians who have nothing to do with this are taking the blame. And the regular Muslims such as myself are being endangered because people think that we are all ISIS. So the implications are serious on all levels, in my opinion.
So do you think that this attack is now providing ammunition to Islamist organizations to retaliate back then?
Yes, I believe. Look, I'm speaking as someone who sees things from the mentality of the extremist Muslim. Extremists now believe that they have many options. They can retaliate in a violent way, or hopefully they don't, because now it's disgusting. Now literally today I have been receiving phone calls from intelligence services around the world worried that a retaliation will happen in America, retaliation could happen in Canada, retaliation could happen around the world, and we don't want to see that. But you see now the intelligence community is very worried about what the extremists will do. Several mosques have been attacked. Tens of people have been killed. What will the extremists do? We don't want to see them attacking churches or attacking synagogues or attacking whatever. We don't want to see any violence, but we just don't know what the options are at the moment.
As you and I condemn this terror attack that happened in New Zealand, but on the other hand, we see over social media, Islamist organizations are calling this incident as an isolated incident. They are not associating this with the chain of terror incidences done by ISIS, done by Al-Qaeda. So do you think that we should equate this attack to like London bombing, Mumbai bombing, Pulwama attack, and all such attacks?
Correct, yes. All hate is hate. All terrorism is terrorism. The far-right extremism actually stems from an ideology that says, me and you are invaders into Canada, into Australia, and we don't belong in the West because we are invaders. This is an ideology of hate, of extremism. The same way ISIS also believes that, we who don't believe in them should be killed, should be exterminated, should be rejected from society. The far right ideology is equal to their hate, is equal to the hate of ISIS and the hate of Al Qaeda. Same thing, because both of them lead to terrorism. And we need to take a look at these things from a national security perspective, that these guys threaten national security in the same and equal way, and they should both be condemned and rejected.
So I would like to conclude your comments based on the hatred towards each other. So the ideology that Islamists carry and the ideology that this man carries, who conducted this attack based on hatred, how to combat hatred in our complex world?
Well, there are many ways to combat hatred. The way I prefer the most is through education. Yes, we are all Muslims, but we're not all ISIS. We're not all extremists. Islam is a very sophisticated religion with many groups. You can't put a blanket and generalize over all of us. So firstly, I love you if you're a Christian. I love you if you're a Jew. I love you if you're an atheist. I don't have a problem with you, because I'm not ISIS. And I expect the same. I expect respect because I'm here to serve. I pay my taxes. I'm a good citizen. I don't deserve to be shot and killed. This is very, very wrong. So the very main step towards achieving peace and stopping hate is by educating people that we are not all ISIS. The second step is by preventing people and politicians from generalizing. Sometimes the politicians pave the way and provide the platform for such hate. And we need to stop people from generalizing, putting us all under the bus, that we are all violent and we're all the problem and we're all ISIS. That's very wrong. So the first step towards achieving peace is by educating people that we are not all ISIS.
Thank you very much, ImamTawhidi, for your comments. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much for having me.
You were watching TAG TV News and Views, and we were joined with ImamTawhidi, who was expressing his views over growing hatred towards each other, sadly and unfortunately. Thank you for watching today's TAG TV News and Views.